Alright, so this is blocked off. Observe. There are stairs on the other side of these metal shutters. We might be able to reach the surface through there. Try to raise the shutter. I should check if the shutter can be raised, just in case. I would hope that we tried that when we first got here, but whatever. Impossible, it's not moving even a bit. Anything else on a note? Hear this from a denizen of the underworld. An otherworldly path leads back to the living. I have no idea what that could mean. Just some other path. Not sure what this is supposed to mean. Fujiwara-san is no longer with us. Yeah, he's dead. It's a shame, really. Will any of us be able to make sense of that? I find it hard to believe that we would have lost track of Fujiwara, considering he had headlamps on. Like, being in the dark, having only 2 different areas where, like, we actually have a light source, I feel like it would have been very obvious when all of a sudden he's just not there. A metal door, maybe a storage room for the station staff? It has a huge padlock on it. Looks impossible to open. Well, I guess that's where we need to figure it out. Snake? The lock has a 4-digit dial on it. Also, the symbol. It's the same one for Shujin-sama, the water god that we saw earlier in the park. Again, I want to point out, besides the coin, none of those, like, snakes looked like they had human faces. I wonder if anyone might know the correct 4-digit number. I'm gonna look around before I start talking to people. This probably is important. The part of the sign with the station name on it was taken down? I don't know what station it was. Any hidden mechanisms in the panel? Nope, it's just a regular sign. Well, what does it say, though? Yeah, I'm gonna just sit here and wait. A station bench. How old is it? The paint is all dry and cracked. That's the question. How old is this bench? Maybe there's a secret exit underneath. Nope, of course not. Worth a shot. The ventilation. There's a ventilation duct near the ceiling. Could it lead to the surface? Way too high to reach. It doesn't look like the type that opens, and it doesn't look wide enough to crawl through. No way out from here. Dog, I would just go back. Where there was, like, less gas. Stairs leading from the platform to the tracks, but it's totally dark down there. If the flashlight hadn't died, we could have gone a bit further. It's crazy that Jasmine had the foresight to bring a flashlight, but not one that had enough battery life to last for, like, however long. We won't make it out of here alive, will we? Don't say that. We might still find a way out. I really need to take a break. Well, maybe if you stop breathing so much. The missing 3. I wonder where Jasmine, Fujiwara-san, and Kimura-san went. Why is this even happening? I need to quit this job. Azami just, like, dead face with that. Like, yeah, you probably shouldn't have been hired in the first place. You don't do well under pressure. The symbol on the padlock. About the dial on the door. Oh, this is the weird mark that was drawn on Matsuda-san's tour materials. It's the same as the one we saw at Shinabazu Pond, right? Are there any 4-digit numbers that might be related? Nothing in the reference materials I received. Oh, by the way, the 4-digit numbers back at the pond was... You mean 0921? Right, the date of the Ueno Tenchu incident? Yes, September 21st, also the day Kingo Nomura passed away. Oh, that's right, the day he left this world. Why'd you have to say it like that? This station's creepy. Gives me chills. Let's solve the puzzle and get out of here. Hell, how did things end up like this? Any thoughts? Are you gonna be helpful this time? Everyone kind of had their moment, I feel like. What do you think about this situation? Thoughts? I don't think. I have a big meeting to be at tomorrow, so... We better make it out of here, or else. Great. Glad you were helpful. Alright, gas mask. I got the tin can ready and everything.
But wow, this station makes me wonder if this is actually reality. So to leave this unreal place, we'll need to solve that puzzle?
I see. Obviously. Where are we? I wonder what this place is.
Looks like an old station platform. But if you told me this is the netherworld, I'd probably believe you.
Is this the netherworld? Didn't know the netherworld was filled with methane. The meaning of the puzzle. Mr. Gas Mask, have you figured out what the puzzle means?
Hear this from a denizen of the underworld. An otherworldly path leads back to the living. So some say the underworld is a never-changing sanctuary of sorts, and the living means the world we know.
A never-changing sanctuary? I guess this place might fit that description. I don't think I would ever describe this as a sanctuary. In which world would you say that? So it's talking about a way to return to reality from here? We could definitely have figured that out on our own. We kind of already did.
It's talking about the way to the land of the dead.
The land of the dead. So the way to return to reality from here is the path of the dead, meaning maybe it was already shown on our way here?
Something like that, I think.
Oh, that makes sense, I guess.
I'll give this puzzle a little more thought. Could you go check around the station?
Do I just have check around the station energy now? Open the padlock. What? Here goes nothing. Oh, I actually have to just have the... Okay. I'll figure it out then. We just have the information then? So it was prior to, I guess I'm gonna assume it was probably just the date that was on the coin, right? I'd probably have to look at, like, the database. Check out the database. 2013 is my, like, initial guess then. Like, it could also be 73 since nothing else is giving us anything. Here goes nothing. Don't know why I decided to go the long way. $73. I did it. Yo, help me out. Brother, you got anything? Anyone have any clues? The bench? Could I ask you something? And we couldn't look at this again, right? Well, I also have not ghosted, so that is the easier solution, I guess. Observe! Probably should have gone ghost. Yikes! I don't know what that's supposed to be. I see hands wrapping around the ventilation duct. Why are they up there? I guess, did someone hide something in there then? Is that what we're getting? There should have been someone sitting on the bench. That's pretty cool, just people trying to get in and out. This trace is strange. It's very vague. Maybe the shadows of someone who used this station back then? I wonder if this station was ever actually in use. The trace of someone putting up a piece of paper? Might be the organizer of this tour. Alright, can someone help me check out the vent then? The vent looked like someone was messing with it. You're tall. Help me out. I don't think you can do manual labor, I'm gonna be honest. Look at the duct. Looking closer, the metal grates are partially bent. Did those hands do this? Also, the gas smells strongest around here. No, wait. Those hands are some form of trace. The grate wasn't bent by ghostly forces or anything. Bent metal grate. Alright, now who can I ask? Someone help me out. You are a tall man. You should be able to help me move stuff. Fine. Gas mask, I figured something out that might be of importance. I don't know. Never mind. What am I doing? Yeah, the metal seems pretty metally. Look closer. Look at it from here. I didn't mean to do that. Aw, skip it. No one's of any help. What does this sign say? I know it's just not the station. Is it not, like, any words at all? I can open padlock new? Can I look at this new? The ventilation, I don't know. Am I just learning the fact that it's gassed up? Figure out the letter. Maybe I wasn't paying enough attention. Here from the denizen of the underworld, an otherworldly path leads back to the living. Not sure what it's supposed to mean. So, I mean, if it's supposed to be from previously, what information do we have that would have been, like, previously? Be able to... What... This guy knows what's up. I don't know if I can get it from here. What's with that, like, clouds? He just kind of stayed there. I think as soon as I open this... I don't know, the cloud just kind of stood... That was a fun little thing. Goofy thing. We had, like, a year, right? For the, incident. We already did a date. Mirrors. We're... Here, none of this is giving us... maybe if I look at people. Deceased. A few years ago, doesn't tell us. If they're not giving us, like, a clear year, then... Someone said 2020 at some point. Would it be 2020? I might have to, like, re-talk to everyone. Here goes nothing. Dang. What if to get to the world of the living you have to reverse it? 2013, but it's 31. Nailed it. I'm confused about, like, the vent gas mask thing. Like, yeah, okay, so the gas is probably coming from here. Bent. Alright, let's go back to gas mask, because he kind of gave us the biggest hint as to where to go. The meaning of the puzzle. Figure out the puzzle's meaning. Sort of living means the world we know. Never-changing sanctuary, I guess this place might fit that description. So, it's talking about a way to return to reality from here. Talking about a way to the land of the dead. The land of the dead. The way to return to reality from here is the path of the dead, meaning... On our way here, it was already shown. Give it more thought, gas mask. Am I, like, missing somewhere where I could look more? The bench again? I don't think you had anything. You got mad when I asked you what your thoughts are. You, I think we could have asked about the puzzle. Snake. Same as the one saw in the pond. Nothing of reference materials I received. Like, do I just do that one again? 0921? Maybe do that in reverse? September 21, also the day Kingo Nomura passed away. I guess it could just be reuse that. I mean, that would be... If the whole thing that we did before was considered... The, fucking... I'm a little mad about that, honestly. That just seems so stupid that, like, that was completely out of my, my thought that it would just be using the code again, but clearly there was a reason why they had to, tell us what it was again, just in case. I also kind of thought the Path of the Dead or whatever was specifically the tunnel, not everything we've been doing, but okay. Oh, it opened! Number is the date of the Ueno Tenshu incident and Kingu Nomura's passing. Why would the padlock open with that number? Is someone trying to tell us something? Why did the other code, why was the other code the same thing? Well, great. It's unlocked. Enter the station staff room. Let's check the station staff room. No one else wants to come in and check it out? Hey, that guy's hanging out again. An old work desk. I wonder when it was last used. Anything in the drawers, please? Nothing here. Dang, I was really hoping we'd find the last 6 coins. Oh, that looks kind of like a snake. A row of old lockers. It's faint, but there's graffiti painting on here too. Okay, apparently I don't want to, like, check the lockers at all. I've seen this shadow before. God of Death is Shadow from before the River of Morning. Okay, glad you gave it a name. Could there be something in the lockers? Gosh, if only I would have just checked the lockers myself. Why did I need a ghost to tell me to do that? Most of the lockers are just closed. But there's one locker with a dial lock. 4 digits again? Let's try 0921 again. Nope, not that easy. What stands out is the snake drawing on the locker door. Sorry, I had to pause real quick. I had a bit of a coughing fit. Speaking of snakes on this tour, reminds me of the Suijin Shrine coins. A 4-digit number related to the Suijin Shrine coins? I wonder what it could be. Well, I already figured that out. I think someone mentioned something. Who might remember? Should I ask? I mean, it's just, I think it's gonna be the 2013, right? Let's get back to the platform. Which also is kind of crazy to me because, like, there's been a lot of snake imagery used. To specify the coin as what needs to be done is kind of nuts. Number related to Koban coins. Mr. Gas Mask, about the Koban coin you have. Can you think of any 4-digit numbers related to the coin?
Huh? 4 digits? No idea.
I see.
By the way, if you're looking into the coins again, is there another puzzle?
Did you not see me go into the utility closet? That's right. It's strange that we'd be asked for similar answers, isn't it? I wonder if the puzzle itself is hinting at something, to make us realize. Or am I overthinking this? It's obvious that it's doing that. The crazy thing is, I don't know if Matsuda actually even brought up the, like, date. The, I mean, I'm sure someone will. You had the coin? Yeah, you know I do. Do you happen to know a 4-digit number related to the coin? Yeah, there was something, yeah, a younger water snake anniversary one once every 60 years back in 2013 or so. 2013? Sounds like it might work, thank you. I could have solved it all on my own. Do you know about it? I kind of just want to know where you got the coin from. About the Koban coin you have. Any idea on a 4-digit number that's related to the coin? You know, this is just something my folks gave me, so I can't think of anything, sorry. It's okay, I'll ask the others too. I wonder what the meaning would be behind that if, like, his folks gave it to him. I guess what the coins have to do with anything. Because, like, yeah, it's not a coincidence. That's way too specific of a thing. Also, is it getting a little lightheaded here? You think there's, like, less gas in here? It seems safer. Open, please open. Good. Here we go. Huh. It opened. Yeep, what is this? The sinner with the marked arm shall never return to the living. May you repent here till you rot. I mean, yo, who's got a marked arm? Maybe not like a Yakuza back tattoo, but I'm assuming someone has a snake on their arm. What do you mean it ends here? We don't have any more hints, no puzzles to solve. There was a riddle, or at least not really a riddle, but a note. A mark on the arm, seriously? Mr. Gasmask? Oh, I forgot.
A mark on the arm, seriously? It's nothing. Things look kind of bleak, huh? How do we get out?
Maybe there never was a way out for us in the first place. Excuse me. Is it me or does it smell weird? Yeah, gas. We knew it.
Yeah, it definitely smells. I realize now that yes, I do not have a filter for this gas mask. It's just a prop for my fucking...
what, news channel?
The gas keeps getting stronger.
Oh no!
If it keeps getting worse, we'll be in trouble, explosion or not.
Oh no! Hey! Is someone there? Who is it? I like that gas mask took his gas mask off. Oh, hey! What happened to you guys? Phew, wow. Glad we finally made it. Jasmine? And Fujiwara-san? This guy was acting shady back in the tunnel, so I kept an eye on him. And then he started sneaking back the way we came. So I chased him down and grabbed him. Nonsense! I must do what I need to do! None of you understand the utopia we were promised! Dr. Kisaragi was innocent! They are deep in anguish! Great reset! It sounds like he's powering up a move. He's been like this for a while now. Okay, so like, I get it. It needed to be spooky and everything. You think Jasmine would have called out, "Hey, get back here, you freak!" when she started to like run off and not be like, I'm sure that Azami will know what happened. How's things on your end? Found a way out? About that. Guess I can put my tin can away now. Out of options. Ah, jeez. Jasmine doesn't seem too worked up about it. What can we do? Oh, he's stuck underground forever? Who? We have no options. The last thing we have is a note that said, like, the one with the marked arm will stay dead here forever. Immediately, I feel like we would be turning on each other, being like, someone needs to reveal their fucking arm right now and tell me what you got. Oh, he's stuck underground forever? Isn't there a way out somewhere? Are we solving it now? My phone! This is where I saw the strange hand-like shadows. Where the phone was ringing? I have a signal here? It seems you were safe and sound. I was worried there. Director-san! Your voice has a strong echo. What have you wandered into? Don't act like you don't know you got the visions! No wonder all my calls went unanswered. We're still trapped here in a place like a netherworld station. And the gas keeps coming. We're running out of time. Please keep calm. If we shed some light on this case, you should be able to make it. You will need to gain permission from the denizen of your underworld. Permission to head back to the living world. Okay! She says that like she knows what that means. Huh? You're actually getting a signal? That's right. Just around here, it seems. Hurry up and do something. That gas keeps coming. How about you call for help, like right now? Oh, I'm about to faint. Unhand me, you brutes. I'll make sure this guy behaves. Go for it, Azami. Then let us begin, Mrs. Azami, without attracting too much attention to my presence. You're on the phone! What do you mean? I'm like having a conversation with someone. Is this not a phone call? I guess like with all this visual stuff, maybe we're in some weird interconnected, I don't know what's going on. I guess he's just saying don't like straight up say, hey, so I think Matsuda probably did it. Good idea, this isn't really the time for the usual dissolution. In a rather unexpected and fun turn of events, your tour has found its way deep into the bowels of the earth. I really wouldn't call it fun. We're on the brink of death here. I see. The Netherworld's miasma seems to be taking its toll. To return to reality, we must purge you of this deathly corruption. The eye reveals all. Eye opener! I kind of am surprised that we're doing this right now. I feel like all we're gonna really do is answer questions that lead to, hey, can someone like, pull up their sleeve so I can see their arm? Now let the dissolution begin. Yes. I do kind of wonder if Gas Mask actually is the one with the tattoo though, because he seemed like he knew what the message was about. The Ueno occult and Dark Tour has led you to the Netherworld. The Shinabazu Pond, the site of an unsolved murder, and an abandoned facility and tunnel. You have ended up in what seems to be the Netherworld. What are your thoughts on your experience so far? I really miss the sky right now. Asking you this less for customer feedback, and rather to assess common traits among those who reach the Netherworld. So, Mrs. Azami, how would you describe the participants on this tour? Connected. They sure are lucky. How would you describe them? Lucky folks who won the draw. Everyone had a reason to be part of the tour. Involved in spiritual activities. A reality showish surprise set up by an event company. Everyone had a reason. This is gonna be a vague answer, but everyone had a reason to go on or some connection with the tour. Great! I mean, I already forgot her name. The girl had a vaguer reason, and I think maybe all that really happened is she stayed on the elevator and rode it back up and like stopped it, or like made it stop, and we couldn't actually go in the elevator, which is why I couldn't check panels. So I do think that she probably like had the tour thing set up, potentially, and for whatever reason maybe wants everyone involved out of here. She also was, I think, the one that had the biggest surprise when me and Jasmine showed up, and by me I mean Azami. I'm not a frilly anime girl, I apologize. They had various reasons. Strong interest in the occult, to write an article on the tour. Acquaintance of the Shinabuza Pond Ghost. Strong interest in the occult is not a great reason. That clearly is more related to the professor than anything. Could also say that those who reach the Netherworld have an uncanny reason to attract each other. That is the basis we should start from. The Netherworld that supposedly exists on the flip side of the Ueno area. Don't you feel there's some kind of story behind this place? Something distinctively different from common tropes such as the presence of fae and anomalous abominations. As if the underworld were that much nearer? So, Mrs. Azami, let me ask you about the activities that were prepared for this tour. All of the activities had one element in common. Do you know what it was? Something about brothers? Okay. It was one thing common among all the activities of the tour. The murder, obviously. Finding the next quiz show prodigy. Missing participant, something to do with an unsolved case. Something to do with an unsolved case. This is just a guess, but I think they're looking for the Ueno Tenchu incident's murderer. Excellent. The puzzle presented as activities on this tour were all related to the Ueno Tenchu incident. What might this suggest? That this particular netherworld may be related to Kengu Nomura. In your earlier answer to my first question, you mentioned the tour participants all had some reason to be here. My next question is about those participants themselves. So, Mrs. Azami, there was one thing that all the other participants had in common. What was it? Each had a koban. So another thing too, if, I have this. I can just look at this. Kimura. Okay. So I'm gonna say Kimura orchestrated all this. Potentially, though, she might have been the one that hired us specifically to figure out which one of these people are guilty. Although, like, the question would be, how would Fujiwara, Yamada, and Guy be related to the incident? Matsuda, we know, actually knew Kingo Nomura, though. Like, saw a ghost is such a silly thing. At least that's my thinking there. There was one thing common among all the other participants. What was it? All interested in the occult, all colleagues of Kingo, all fans of the Ueno Tenchu Incident. I love being fans of murder. Each had a coin. So I don't know how or why. The why is the biggest part. All the participants had a koban from the Suijin Shrine. Or like the significance is what I'm not getting. Almost all the tour participants owned, you say almost, they all... Fujiwara has one. Yeah, they all did, except for like one that we don't know about. Own a rare coin, of which only 10 are known to exist. It was as if the organizer, keeper of the netherworld, had gathered... Meguriya. Excuse me. Oh god, I don't even know how to pronounce that, and I had a better way to pronounce it earlier. Meguriya says, it was as if the organizer, keeper of the netherworld, has gathered owners of this particular coin. All in all, the tour organizer seems to be looking for someone specific. Perhaps they were gathering participants and observing them from the netherworld? So, like, I don't know. Did the, victim have a coin that was stolen from them? What about, like, Tenchu? On to the final step, Mrs. Azami. My next question is about the tour guide's handouts being one envelope short. Is that even a factor right now? I'm still confused about that because we weren't supposed to be here. Any thoughts on the tour handouts being one envelope short? Our guide mentioned he had just passed out what he received from the organizer. So it's strange that there would be such an oversight, which may mean that the handouts themselves were present as intended. But there was someone in the group who wasn't invited to the tour. Huh? Someone who wasn't invited? So, Mrs. Azami, someone on this tour is here uninvited. Do you know who they are? I mean, so we were given an invitation, technically. I don't remember if it was specifically, like, we happened to have 2 invitations. I'm probably gonna get this wrong. I mean, the guy didn't know anything. This I'm super not positive about, actually. I don't know what hints we really have in regards to this. I don't know if I have anything to actually look back on. I mean... like, him not knowing stuff could be that he actually wasn't hired as a guide and just as putting on an attitude. Can we get, like, a really quick recap? I wish I could database all the way back to the beginning to know whether or not we had 2 invites. Because that was my initial thing, was like, oh, we are missing one because we weren't really invited. He's seeking article fuel. I mean, he could have been the one not invited. Those are our only options. I almost feel like if I say it's me and Jasmine, this is not helping us. Do I dare look? I kind of want to look back at the footage real quick just to see if we had 2 invitations. Just to make sure I'm not completely wrong. Because if we only had 1 invitation, it would be us. But we were technically invited. So I think realistically it probably is Gas Mask, but I'm just curious. I'm gonna check real quick. So I double checked, and it did kind of just say that we were there instead of the client. Which to me sounds like it's just 1 ticket, and it would be kind of crazy to have 2. I don't know how helpful it would be to say, like, we were the ones uninvited. But I am gonna go with this, and, you know, I might be wrong. We also didn't have a coin. Could it possibly be us 2? It really was that simple. I was overthinking it, though. Bingo! It's weird to ask that question to us when we know that we are, though, right? That's why I was overthinking it. I've always wanted to say that, by the way. Bingo? You can say bingo whenever you want. Go play bingo. You have vision, you could probably win all the time. It would be cheating. Your invitation DMs were forged by yours truly. We never even had, like, real ones? Well, what can't you do? Even an anonymous organizer needs a social network account for their online activities. We happen to have a handy tool that enables us to borrow such accounts. Do you mean you hacked their account? Miss Azami. That is not important right now. He totally avoided the question. Anyway, so you used that handy tool to create a fake invitation message. With an uninvited duo showing up. It's only natural that you'd be missing 1 set of handouts. You 2 were the intruders in this tour. I mean, that still was obvious from the start though, right? The key turns. And it's still kind of bullshit to, like, ask us that in that regard. But I guess, realistically, logically, it makes the most sense considering everyone else had a coin. So they had to have had some involvement. Now the final question to illuminate everything. Mrs. Azami, you mentioned earlier that someone is looking for Nomura-san's murderer, seeking to avenge him. Well, that was just a hunch of sorts. That is the key factor in determining this tour's organizer. This tour invited individuals related to the Ueno Tenchu incident. Yeah, unlike you and Jasmine, there was a certain tour invitee who did not share common characteristics with the other participants. Wait, you mean someone who had a characteristic that the tour organizer would never have chosen? Who was this person? Someone who had characteristics that would have ruled them out in the first place. Who were they? I mean, my guess is Kimura's not related. Like, I guess I don't know the full characteristic that the characteristic specifically that's being talked about. Matsuda knows the victim. Yamada does news, so he probably, I don't know. I'm just gonna say Kimura and just see what happens. Could it be Kimura-san? Like, we technically don't know if she doesn't have a coin, so I don't know what else. You and Jasmine are outsiders to the tour. Of the official participants, she is the only woman! Is that the characteristic? That's fair enough, I suppose. I did bring that up earlier. Oh no, not a woman. You may recall greeting her when you first reached the tour's meeting point. I think I asked her if we were at the tour's meeting point. Do you remember who answered and how? It was Komura-san. She said no, she doesn't think so. But that was because the only person capable of identifying intruders to the tour is the tour organizer themselves. Yeah. Indeed, it was her. So, you know, the next case, a woman's gonna be the culprit again. But technically didn't murder anyone, so fair enough for her, right? It was Komura-san, the organizer of the tour and resident of the Netherworld. Komura-san, or rather, Miss Tomoko Nomura. Gasp! The mystery is now solved. Stop with your stupid hand signs. I mean, it sounds like it's basically what I thought all along. Tomoko Nomura? I didn't expect anyone to figure it out. Gasp! She did a good job at acting like she was freaked out by a ghost. I didn't realize either. She has a lighter, so that's fun. You! I wouldn't take another step if I were you. I've set this place up to fill with gas. Yeah, we noticed. Just one little spark and... No! You've made a real mess of my plans. As this tour's organizer, I find that unforgivable. Who hired us, so? But it's been taken care of now. Komura-san, you're alright! Who cares about that? We're all about to die here. And you're Nomura's sister? What's your problem with us? Why even run this stupid tour? To hunt down the real murderer of my brother Kingo, of course. The murderer didn't even touch my brother's wallet. Well, there was one thing they did take, the coin. The Suijin Shrine Koban I gave him. Tell me, who among you took it? Show of hands, please. How do you go about finding people that have this? Like, I get that Gas Mask gloated about it. But, like, do all of these people talk about it online? Matsuda here took forever to accept my invitation messages. I told the police countless times that Matsuda had a motive to murder my brother, and should be a strong suspect. That's because I have an alibi. No way I could have killed Nomura. But you did have a motive. My brother often told me about the hazing from a jealous colleague. Ugh! My brother was rushed to the hospital just before dying. He told me the murderer has a mark on his right forearm. Mr. Matsuda, could you roll up your sleeve and show us? Why the hell would I do that? Never mind then. Everyone, this is the end. Thanks for coming. Wait! Here, you happy? No marks. Nomura-san. Looks like Matsuda-san isn't the culprit. What? That's crazy. No way, that can't be. I didn't take his coin. I went to buy it myself because I love these coins. I don't why is such a fascination with them? They have an alibi for when Nomura was attacked, so I'm gonna say Gas Mask then because of the way he reacted. I do have tattoos on my upper arm. Looks too scary for a museum employee, so I try not to show it. Then it must be you. Gas Mask Yamada. Nomura-san, please stop. Shut up! Do you have any idea what I've been through these past 7 years? I mean, how many tours have you actually had happen? Or were those all like burner accounts that acted like a tour happened, basically? The world goes crazy over the Tenshu incident, but nobody cares about the victim's family. Suddenly, there's suspicions around Satomu Kisaragi, and everyone labels him a murderer. And once Kisaragi kills himself, they blame the press for overdoing it. And when they've had enough, they get bored and leave? Nomura-san, gas mask, roll up your sleeve. Roll it up right now! As you wish. Huh? What if no one did anything? No mark? How come? Nomura-san, please. Shut up, shut up, shut up! Let it go. You had the wrong idea, so let's all just head back up. Come with me. Who, me? Zami? I need you to solve this case right now, Zami. No one else move. If you try anything... We won't do anything. Please don't turn that on. I guess we're done checking arms. Damn. No one will bother us now. I know you understand me. Sorry for shouting at you back there. Now I don't have to. Nomura-san, are you really set on getting revenge? I can't forget. He was my brother. Kingo was my brother. Yes, I'll be doing more of these events. Azami-chan, it's you, isn't it? I would really like your help, because you understand me. I wanted to talk to you about that. Why me? Let's head back up, just the two of us. No, I need Jasmine. Oh yes, take this, the key to those shutters there. You can keep it, see? You can trust me. But why? Because it's you, Azami-chan. We'll have everyone else die and move on together. Azami-chan? Am I on the phone right now? Nomura-san. I thought you were smarter than this, but clearly I was wrong. I guess we always had him on the phone, till like she confessed. Why? How could you say such a thing? So this man with the mark on his arm who stole the coin from your brother. What if he had sold the coin right away? What if there were multiple murderers involved? Despite the years you spent, the results are underwhelming. Director, you don't have to put it like that. Honestly, I kind of like that the murderer is not found. Tomoko-san, please listen to me. Avenging your brother won't make him happy. Azami-chan, why are you saying this? This was the only way for me. I was sure I could make it work. The next tour will be the one. Next time, one day, roaming the netherworld fueled by those words. How quaint. You are unfit to see this vengeance through. Don't say that. Then what am I supposed to do from here on for my brother? Please tell me, how can I make this work? I'll do better next time. Tell me how to make this a flawless plan. Please stop, Nomura-san. You're only making your brother sad. Why? Why, Azami? I must find out who killed my brother for Kingo. I don't know. Crying, I guess. I guess we're just done then. And here I am, back on terra firma. Talk about a refreshing breath of air. Heh, like hell it is. They seem awfully laxed about this. And Fujiwara's still just on his knees. You might have caught me, but we are many. The prophecy will be fulfilled. What are you talking about, dude? I'll make sure to hand these two over to the cops. What did he technically do? He just ran off, right? Zami? What are you doing? Did he have the tattoo? Did he actually have it? The mysterious organizer of the Occult and Dark Tour. We were ultimately unable to determine who it was. The organizer seems to have gone missing in an abandoned underground station in Ueno. Did they step too close to the netherworld? Were they from there in the first place? And that's it for the Urban Myth Dissolution Center channel today. Stay tuned. Man, this case was way too exhausting. Too much walking around. When she took you away, I thought it was over. It was so sudden, I was lost as well. A great job on talking her out of it. Might be a secret skill of yours. I was just lucky. It's because you had all those coins. By the way, what did the police say? I don't think I was actually given those coins. Nomura-san turned out to be an employee of the company in charge of that underground facility. She'll be facing repercussions for using the facility and tunnel on her own. So that's why she had access to the station and underground area. Also, the gas that was building up underground. She had set up something in the ventilation ducts. I mean, did she really solo all of it? Seems impossible for just one person. Gas mask also helped! I don't know. I don't think we'll ever know. Am I gonna see a post-credit scene that explains it all? How was your netherworld trip? Very gassy. I'm lightheaded. I was down there for far too long. Director? So, was Dr. Kisaragi the murderer or not? You must be pondering Nomura-san's words. The information that traverses the internet can give rise to both evil and good. Evil in the form of a culprit, that is what the Times called for some years ago. Called for evil, they just needed someone to pin it on. So the Illumina cards aren't prophecies. Or questioning it. What announcements of intent? We can conclude that there are acts of sabotage by antisocial elements. What are you saying right now? What about the Samazima admin? No trace so far. Not so easily baited. I'll continue gathering intel at the center. So is she like FBI? I'll leave that to you. CIA? Kutu? She's Kutu, apparently. Maybe. Commissioner? Yo, she's a cop! What does Kutu stand for? Dear Samazima members. The Great Reset is nigh! The evil that dominates the present-day world will no doubt try to foil our plans. We must not falter. The general public is oblivious to the deceit. The world is ready for the Great Reset. And you will be the one to make it happen. Did he get spirited away? So I think maybe what Jasmine was saying was related to the fact that we did not find a card, but Gas Mask had the cards. Did the culprits all have cards? Because would that imply that Gas Mask was involved in the case? I mean, I'll say the fact that he knew how to use the elevator, but I mean, the guy knew how to use the elevator and was just told how to. I do think I like that there wasn't actually, like, the person that killed her brother actually just wasn't there. Because that, you know, that's just kind of how things go sometimes, and it sucks. But that was a neat twist. I wasn't really ready for that.